It's got to be the weirdest thing ever to follow a content creator for games, and I'm just cooking eggs and goulash. Well, I think okay. I googled it. Goulash is a hearty stew. We be making hearty stews, I believe. I'm not sure to wear this microphone, so here we are. Also, I don't have the chat open. 1 second. The tech is a little scuffed because I had to start the stream and I missed my winder. Close that. I gotta make that chat bigger too. I can't read that from over here. Get over here. I have to move to read it. Oh, I fixed my DJI camera. You can't see it. It's the thing we're recording with, but I fixed it. And by fixed, I mean I just used a non-third-party cable, which I didn't know my previous cables were third-party and garbage. That's unfortunate. So now I'm a Cable Matters enthusiast. It's like Cable Matters, Anchor, and I forget what else, but Cable Matters is godlike. They solve my problems. All right. First order of business. Probably move. First real order of business is to open up OBS. Move this so I can see what's going on in real time. Then ignore the empty juice that I will probably throw away in a week. I'm lazy like that. Move you guys over yonder. Just over yonder. You can't see what I'm going to be doing. I have this actually. I can just use my freaking DJI. All right, we're cutting up a tater. It's kind of small, unfortunately. I get spouts where I'll get taters that are like grande. This one's not muy poquito, but it's not really what I'm going for. Because I don't want to have two of these. Two of these is like, what's the grammage? Yeah, two of those is 600 grams. That's just too much. Too much. I'd be cool with like 450. 600, it's not ideal in my current state of things. I'm trying to cut weight, which realistically would be really easy if I walked, but I'm lazy, brother. I don't go walking much. So here's a new tater tech. The new potato tech is we cut it up into probably, I believe, 1/4-inch slices, and then we put it in the oven once it's around 370 degrees, because I preheat to 425. Then you let it essentially lose. Okay, wait. We're skipping steps. I'm gonna show you guys in real time because I'm getting ahead of myself. This is groundbreaking stuff. First, we cut the tater, and we're going for like, I believe, 1/4-inch. Not a human tape measure, so I don't know for certain. And I would get a mandolin. Someone gave me 25 bucks to buy one, and I probably will just because they did that, and it'd be rude not to. But I kind of enjoy the idea of trying to get better at cutting and being more uniform with my slices, which I am okay at. We're getting better. And once I get to like the end right here, I pick it up and flip it. I don't know why. I feel like it's better. I have more control in a sense. This knife, way too big for what I'm doing, but I freaking love it. This other knife sucks. We don't talk about that knife, and this knife is also not very good. I leave them out because we don't got children around here, so it's fine. I'm the only man-child. The chances I cut myself are slim. Hopefully. Grab a little strainer. I usually inspect these for spots. I say that all the time. I'm getting better about not caring as much, which is cool. I think you guys can see what I'm doing, hopefully. I'll go ahead and stack these up just because why not? And then I'll put this one on the side. The small ones go in the little strainer already. Now peep the, this is not the tech by the way, this is just me slicing. And if we, oh, freaking clean! I like, oh, what the? Good as new. Good as new, no one saw that. I'm gonna rinse it anyway, it's fine. But these are all dandy, boom. I individually do this. I swear I think I have OCD of some kind. I think it helps with separating them to make it so you can get water between the starches and rinse it off. Okay, now we slice our taters about that thick. That's like 1/4-inch, right? You know what? I'll be right back. Where's my tape measurer? Actually, who hid that thing? Oh, tape measure. I know I got one. I've been using it for other stuff. Nothing sus though, I promise. Not recently, at least. Where is my tape measure? I say. Oh, I found it. I put it in my handy dandy little baggie. The tape measure goes in. Okay. So if we take our tape measure, we measure. It's a little under a quarter inch. We're close. We're close. That's all that matters. That's all that matters, folks. Now, we're gonna go ahead and rinse these on max heat. I got new plates. I gotta put those in the dishwasher. I don't know if I like them yet because I haven't used them, but we're gonna see. Meow, meow. Alright. The sink is relatively clean too. Late night meat pounding. No, we've left the meat pounding behind. We're not playing Helldivers 2 right now. In fact, I've been sitting doing nothing all day. I went to the gym. That's about it. That's as productive as I got. And I figured I may as well stream this because I kind of wanted to. And I was able to actually use my DJI or my Osmo Pocket. And I wanted to just do that real quick. Plus, it's good to do things that you know you probably should, but you don't necessarily want to, if it can possibly embolden you. Like in this case, I'm practicing talking in a manner I don't normally do. So it's beneficial no matter what. And I'm making food, so regardless, it's productive. And it definitely beats what I was doing earlier, which is nothing. Inting, as they say. This is a vegetarian cooking session. It is. No, I also peaked like crazy, probably, huh? Sorry. Vegetarian? Nay. Are eggs vegan? How vegan is this on like a scale of 1 to 10? I feel like not very. Anyway, we've got the taters. I can't move you too much closer. I'm getting a longer cable for that. I'll zoom you in. Camera work. I gotta clean these counters, dude. It's becoming problematic, as they say. So, big question of the day, question of the night rather. When is it a good time to play Rogue Core? Because I think right now folks are saying it's not ideal. And part of that is that you have to fight over upgrades in a roguelike video game, or roguelite, which is kind of interesting. I think that Far Far West did the same thing, but they actually solved their problem decently well. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was. But I've not been hearing crazy good things about it, unfortunately. Anyway, pat these dry, rinse them off hot water, cut them 1/4 inch. Now they go on the baking sheet. No oil quite yet. The goal is to dry them out in the oven. And ideally, you do this around 370 degrees. And once it gets to 425, you pull them out and you put them in a bowl and mix in some olive oil and then back on the baking sheet, back in the oven. The strategy is you save time because they're already heated up a little bit, but it also, from what I can tell, I could be wrong, it gives them a better consistency. They're not nearly as crispy. They still get a crunch if you do it correctly, which is kind of difficult to measure because if you're not using the exact same slices and whatnot, it can be more sketch. But even with this method, I can have different sizes for my potatoes and they don't get burnt nearly as much as they used to. So I think this tater tech, which is probably definitely a thing already, is godlike. Look at the oven. As it doesn't turn. Oh well. Scroll down. Meow. Boom. And now we wait. Okay, so it'd be 370-ish. I put them in and it'd be like oven going off, 425, ready to go. You pull them out and do the whole shebang. I'm gonna have to guess, obviously, but it's good tech when things go well. Anyway, zoom out, rotation. We'll go ahead and wait a little bit. I'm gonna give it like probably, I guess, 4 minutes. I could probably time it, that'd be smart. I'm gonna give it 2.5 minutes, methinks. Uno momento. 2, 30. Start. Meow. While we're waiting, actually no. There's no point in starting the eggs or even putting in the bowl yet because these are already room temperature. These are farm fresh eggs from my parents, so I don't have to do anything crazy. I can just wait. Let's try to move this so I can look at the chat and look at you guys. I can barely read it. No way. Why so little potatoes? Because I'm trying to lose weight. I could eat more potatoes, but the problem is I've eaten other stuff during the day. I went to the store and I was in the chip aisle and I was like, you know, I want to have different carb sources for my workout. So I bought nacho Doritos, salsa verde Doritos, and I housed dang near both bags in 2 days. You're not supposed to do that. It's not wise. So I'm realizing that I don't have the self-control that I thought I did, but I do if I just don't buy it for the house. That's all I have to do. And you can avoid that, especially if you can do ordering groceries to the house yourself. You can avoid the temptations when you're in the grocery store. Oh, I'll go ahead and grab these things I know I shouldn't be grabbing. So I definitely failed in that regard. I've learned a pretty hard lesson a few times. I learned that I can't buy Rice Krispies. I'll eat 11 in one day. That was not good. That's like 70 times. That's more than that's like close to 1,000 calories for no reason. And don't get chips either. I blame you for making me hungry late at night. I mean, yeah. So another thing I want to sort of talk about is recently I've been trying to eat dinner or my last meal about 2 to 3 hours before bed. And the same thing goes for drinking water. For the most part. Like with water, you can take your supplements. I do sleep caps. And I've been trying to not take melatonin, which if you take melatonin, in most cases, don't go above like 3 milligrams because it's ridiculous. But that's the wrong thing. Santa Cruz Paleo. This guy he's like a big old health nut. Some of his stuff isn't crazy, but I got his sleep caps and I take magnesium glycinate. I've been doing magnesium glycinate and melatonin and I conk out, like that works. But I want to see if I can just get even better sleep somehow. So no food, ideally 2 hours before bed. In my case, it's normally like an hour before bed because I'm bad at schedules. So I do that. Ideally, very little water. I'll do the sleep caps and magnesium glycinate about 45 minutes before bed. And honestly, it's been working pretty good. But I have this weird thing where if I leave anything to chance, like let's say it's trash day and I didn't put trash cans out, I'll get woken up by like not even the trash cans being loud and outside my doorstep. I'll hear it like across the neighborhood and I'll recognize, dang, I need to go ahead and do that right now. Like that messes up my sleep. Or yesterday's case, it's raining outside. I left my trash cans outside and I woke up like, oh no, I hope my trash cans aren't rolling down the street hitting someone's car. So that also messed me up for no reason. So I like a weird thing with sleep for some reason. Anyway, timer's going off. Go ahead and snag the taters. I can't show you over there, but I can show you over here. Kind of. This is gonna be scuffed. 1 second. I use this for like all my baking needs right now. One goes on the countertop to prevent it from burning my counters. And this one is the grabber. Can you see it? You can kind of see it. All right. These, as you can tell, oh my God. You can kind of see it, I guess. They're no longer that moist. It's not a weird word. It makes perfect sense here. Some folks don't like that word that much. I'm not a moist enthusiast, but it's aight. 30 FPS, 60. All right. Now, don't look at my laundry room, you weirdos. So, these are chilling. We grab a bowl that I definitely cleaned, and we go ahead and do the other tech that you should definitely know by now. Is it in frame? It's in frame enough. When using parchment paper, which I use for my baking needs, this one's actually supposed to be white, pale if you will, and I use it a lot so it gets to be crispier. a nice pan. And it's getting a little too crispy. It's starting to deteriorate. It's got one more in it, but we go ahead and do a little hot dog action and funnel all the contents from the parchment paper into the bowl. Then we grab some olive oil, which I've been rocking with this one, dude. Rustico. Well, the whole bottle's almost gone. I don't think I used that much. We'll go ahead and try and measure it. I'm not sure if this thing is that accurate, though, of a measurement. 0 grams, or so it says. I think 14 grams is 180 or 140 calories. 2 grams. Psych. It doesn't actually say grams on here. It says tablespoon and milliliters. We'll do 4 grams. Actually, we'll do that much and call it a day. Because there's still oil in this from earlier. I do 2 meals a day. Well, 2 big meals. 7 eggs, a potato, and broccoli. And then I'll do goulash and potato. And the broccoli itself, that goes with any meal I want to. So today I had that with a goulash at around 3 p.m. Anywho, rotate the potatoes. Now, they already had a little bit of cooking happening in the oven. I believe that helps make them crispier. And it helps prevent them from burning as much because I don't have to cook them as long. I'm not sure the exact science. I just know that this current method is cracked. Okay? Big fan. I used to put salt on these before they went in the actual oven, and I'm stopping doing that because I don't know if I feel like it burns the salt. It definitely used to. I wouldn't be able to taste it as much. So now I just salt at the end, and half the time I'll sit there and just move them on the freaking tray, scooping up salt and eating that way. All right, with this method, we're gonna go for 425 degrees, well, at 425 degrees for about 30 minutes. Potentially 31 to 34. This oven, if I hold it, oh my God, I hate it. If I hold it too long, it goes to an hour for no reason. Dude, I hate this oven so much. Oh my God, this oven's the reason I have this, and I'm not sure this burns that good either. It can't be me. I swear it can't be me. Will Arrowhead buff this strat? Oh, this strat. Do not tell Arrowhead about the tater tech. Okay, that stays between you and me. Every time they get word of some new technology, guess what? It gets axed! It gets obliterated! Destroyed! Not this one. Not this time. This tater tech will live on to have a prosperous life. Not a single Arrowhead employee has to know. In fact, if they find out, we'll have to have a little discussion amongst ourselves to figure out who's the rat. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I'm going to put my oily bowl somewhere else. Now peep the new plates though. Sheesh. They're kind of like divoted, like not crazy like, but a little bit. I didn't know they'd be like that though. I think it tells you, and I did not pay attention. They porcelain, dishwasher, and microwave safe, so they say. I think they're like a half inch smaller than my previous plates, but they got more curvature. Hey chat, let them cook this tater tech. You'll see. You'll see in about 30 minutes. These streams are going to teach you about patience. Because patience is a virtue. Rotate. Now. We good. Man. Jack of nothingness. Wait, of nothing guess. Thanks for the 2, brother. Bro, I'm realizing that I should definitely be walking more to lose better weight, or to lose weight at a faster rate, but I don't make time for it, man. I've been trying to be better about just being in the gym, hitting the treadmill, going for about 15, 30 minutes at a 2.7 mile pace. So that's close to 3 miles an hour. Yeah. Wait. Is it? No. It's something like that. But just to get more steps in. Because I used to, whenever I got done, when I got down to 170-ish, which I didn't have as much muscle, so it wasn't that big a deal. But I would go for a mile, 3 mile walk every day. Every day, 3 miles, I believe. Recently, I haven't been doing that at all. I've been skipping that entirely. Got the same build as me. I don't think, well, do we have the same shirt? I don't think so. The shirt makes the build. It really does, though, brother. If you're ever in your closet, first of all, escape. Second of all, just peep the difference between the shirts you wear and how they contour your body. Because you'll have shirts that make you look like an Adonis, and some shirts that make you look like you're just I don't even know, brother. You're sporting breasticles in a weird way, though, in a not kosher way. I've definitely developed a certain fondness for certain shirts. Like this shirt, big fan. I think it's also an XL though, so that helps. But I've got a few shirts that I wear them as a last resort. Break glass in case of not doing laundry type situation. And I should definitely get rid of them, but it's difficult to find shirts that fit for me. That also have cool stuff. I like cartoon stuff. Mickey Mouse, Courage, Snoopy. For some reason, though, all of these shirts, most of my shirts have negative-ish words. Like this one doesn't have any words. I actually like it a lot. But most of them are, I'll do it tomorrow, which is it's not the mentality. I'll do it tomorrow is not the mentality. Bad. From 10 to 2, depending on the shirt. From 10 to... Okay. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. The degradation based on that simple article of clothing is insanity. A Disney shirt. I'm not. You think about Disney. I'm thinking about the character. What's the character look like? I didn't buy this shirt because I'm like, oh, I love Disney. Let's go. Disney's the best. That's not why I bought this shirt. In fact, it's actually maybe a Christmas gift. I bought it because this guy looks tough. Does he not look tough? I think he looks tough. The shirt's Courage Tears tier. I should probably bring that back, honestly. I need to get my artist to... Well, first of all, I pay them, just so we're all clear. I need to pay them or commission them to do something with Far Far West. I want to have Courage holding the doll. The corruption doll, and in his other hand, he's casting a fireball or something. I don't know. That's the current idea. Maybe he has a fire tornado in his hand. I feel like with artists, people are trying to get ChatGPT to do everything for them, and I can understand to a degree, but when it comes to art generation, I'm not really a fan of that. I feel like ChatGPT should be used as a better search engine, but right now it sucks at that in most cases, and it sucks at making art, which I wouldn't want it to be good at art in the first place. At that point, you're taking away the whole point of it. But it's funny that the way you talk to artists when you commission stuff is as if you're talking to AI. I would like to have Courage the Cowardly Dog with a fire tornado in his hand and a corruption doll. It's the same thing. The difference is one requires talent to actually create, the other one steals the talent from others to make it. But I just find that correlation kind of funny. Are you Hungarian? No, I am New Mexican. Hoorah. All right, at about, when this timer you can't see probably says 11 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and start this. We're going to hit the nuclear reactor. Get her going. I'm debating on looking into a better version of this because my two options right now, because I know for a fact I can make better eggs. Because my previous stove that I broke upon getting this one, I was transporting it outside on a little dolly. I hit the doorstep, got it passed clean, crisp, and I had a freaking foot drop off my patio. I went off that, and so did the oven. The oven face tanked. There's like a picture on, I think, my community posts of it just like on the ground, lifeless. I broke that, I'm pretty sure. Got this stove, and I hated it. I've hated it ever since I got it, dude. But my options are get a better stove top thingy, whatever this is, a countertop induction thingy, or get a new stove. One probably costs around $200, $300, but I'm not sure what brand to get. The other is going to cost around $1,600 to, if I want to get super ignorant, $4,000. I don't think it's in the budget right now, the 4K. But we could get an oven sponsor. You never know. Get a barbecue for eggs? What? No. I kind of like being indoors, within reason. Like, I'll go outside a little bit, but barbecuing, I think I've actually never barbecued in my life personally. I've had barbecue a lot. In fact, my dad barbecues burgers. That's his preferred way of making them at the house. Which these days, I'll be traveling to my parents' house with my pan. It's kind of weird, but I do it just in case, because they have like hex-clad cookware. I don't like it, to put it bluntly. And last time I was there was actually, I think, last weekend. My nephews and niece were there. And I told my mom, hey, go ahead and get 3 pounds of Central Market ground beef. She did. They made 2 pounds the first night. Second night, I just take a brick of ground beef. I mash it down a little bit with like parchment paper, throw it on the stove, cook it up. I have a literal brick of ground beef with mashed potatoes. Because my dad made brisket. And brisket's good, but I'm trying to lose weight. And brisket's pretty fatty. So I was like, I'll just do 93.7 ground beef and call it a day. I had some brisket though, just to be nice. Put your eggs in the refrigerator. These are farm fresh eggs. If you get farm fresh eggs from a farmer, you don't put them in the fridge. They have a layer that helps protect them from, I guess, not perishing in that manner. They still expire eventually, but you don't put these in the fridge. You also don't wash them until you're ready to use them. And if you're if you're an egg cracking connoisseur, an expert, if you will, you don't wash them at all. Even if they have some caca on them, what you do is you find the spot that's clean, you crack it, and you just pray. That's what I do. Now, if I'm cooking other folks' eggs, I'll wash them. But if I'm cooking my eggs, I don't care. I haven't gotten sick yet, and I've been eating eggs like this for, I think, 3 years. My parents are actually more than that. 3, 4, maybe 4 years, I believe. And I do think we have 7 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, sir. We'll go ahead and put this in the trash. I'll do what I'm supposed to. Dude, I have so many cardboard boxes from buying random small things. I got towels, or I'm actually getting towels. Had to get new USB cables. Cable matters. Godlike. Hashtag not sponsored. And like a bunch of other stuff. And I'm bad at disposing of them for some reason. They just build up space. And I'm pretty sure that cockroaches like cardboard, so that should definitely light a fire under me to get that sorted. Get that solved and fixed. Only cooking that is good is done on a barbecue. That makes no sense. I hope you don't think that truly, because that means if you don't eat barbecue, you're just not having fun eating food. I wouldn't say that food's supposed to be a fiesta all the time, but the food that I make, I enjoy daily. I look forward to it daily, bro. Potatoes, if they're done correctly, which is normally the case, especially with the new tater tech. Eggs, 7 of them, in some challenge butter. I think some folks use ghee. I tried ghee. I don't like that much. And a goulash. I freaking love it. I eat the same stuff dang near every day, and I look forward to it every time. And usually I'll do like a yogurt bowl with some frozen berries. And if you live near an H-E-B, H-E-B has the best frozen berries. Also, not sponsored yet. They're slacking. But these tend to be the most delicious, and I'm pretty sure there's no added sugar. Total sugars, 0 grams of added sugars. That's a big deal. I don't know if you can see that or not. I tried. Is this your house? Technically, I guess. I rent from my brother. Speaking of, bro, I have been fighting the urge, which I probably shouldn't do. This is a waste of time. I'm getting really tired of having to make like the content I've been making, like having to rebuttal against certain nonsense stuff and like Helldivers 2. But recently, folks have been trying to character assassinate me, and it's really annoying. Because people can dislike me. I just wish they disliked me for things I actually said and I actually did and I actually believed. But in a large part of the case, there are things I haven't said, things I haven't done, and things I don't believe. Joe was talking about how the game is destroying PCs. I'm fairly certain in almost all cases I said Helldivers 2 is potentially playing a role in my PC breaking. Which, hey man, given what happened, kind of hard to argue that in my case. And various other stuff like balance and whatnot. But one thing the reason why I bring it up is I'll have folks say Doe's only doing certain content because he's greedy and he wants the money. It's why he makes all these negative videos. When I've gone out of my way to show them, not to like try and make the Twitter just got my back and they just leave me alone, but to show them the truth that negative videos are a dumb thing to do in Helldivers 2 specifically. Because in my case, they are almost never evergreen content. Evergreen means you get more views over time. I showed them the evidence too. I showed them the most popular video I have on the channel, which is one of the most popular, which is Ego Over Fun, Grunt Fantasy is ruining Helldivers 2. That video has gained less views over time as opposed to 3 minimum of my like tier list videos that are just not negative for the most part. And folks still don't believe it. But to tie my brother into the mix, I've been paying him extra rent for the past 2 years, maybe 3, maybe 4, just because I want to. And there's been times where I probably shouldn't do that because I pay my taxes, I have $200 left over, money gets tight, but it's because he's the reason I can do content in the first place. And before that, I remember doing a video promoting creatine for a company called Echovision. And if you guys know that company, if you're promoting unflavored creatine, what I recommend, what I have on my counter right here, you get nothing from selling it. And folks would still call me a sellout, which is interesting. And then recently, I'll promote my brother's hats. Speaking of which, I have a few actually. But I'll promote his hats. And I'm still a sellout because, oh, Doe is making so much money off of these hats, bro. I get nothing for selling these. The money goes to my brother. He's offered to try and cut me in, and I tell him I tell you guys, I don't want his money unless he makes a lot. That's real. There's like, I think probably 4 to 5 exchanges through text messages throughout the years, or the past year or so, of him saying, yeah, man, once you get all sorted, I'll pay you. It's like, I don't care, dude. Don't worry about that for a while. Which, it's super annoying, the stuff I deal with when I'm trying to do, when I do things pretty, I'd say, admirably. Like, I don't take crazy sponsorships, and even sponsorships I've taken I don't like, I've canceled. I had a PC sponsorship that I probably shouldn't have canceled, truth be told, but I felt as though it wasn't a good deal after I took it and looked more into it, and I was like, you know what? Messages of people going, sorry guys, I just can't go through with this anymore because I'm not 100% liking the product that much. I don't have to love it, but I have to like it a little bit. Video games are a bit different, but I won't do mobile game videos, mobile game ads, if they're like super microtransaction heavy. Because as a kid, I spent like $100 on a mobile game for no reason. And it wasn't my money either. It was like my parents' money. So since then, I've been like, probably shouldn't do mobile games. The only exception is, I think when I was doing Dauntless content and I was struggling, I took a single Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship for like $500. Never again. Because A, that money was like not worth it. B, that game is buns. Finally catching one of these streams, let's go. What's up, bro? How do you sustain yourself? So that's the part I find kind of interesting in my case. If I was smart, I'd be making videos on virtually everything Helldivers 2 related. When new content drops, I make a Warbomb video. I make a video for every single piece of gear individually. Then I make videos like talking about the new content before it even releases, speculation videos. obviously tier lists, like just constantly doing tier lists, which I don't do as much as I probably should, but they take forever. But I make money off YouTube. I used to make money off TikTok. So I've pivoted between certain things. When I first became a content creator, it was because I made like 20 grand in a month from Dauntless. That was creator code money, that was Twitch revenue, that was YouTube revenue. And funnily enough, I think for the first year or 2 years of being like actually doing this stuff full time, I wasn't playing mid rolls on YouTube. So I could have made a lot more money, but I felt bad. I was like, I don't want to waste folks' time playing mid rolls. These days, I've realized that I kind of have to do something. I can't just not make money. I can't just sit there and essentially be virtually poor my entire adult life. So I had to get over that pretty quickly. But YouTube paid my bills for a while. Dauntless fell off. Then I moved to TikTok because like Dauntless was just not doing anything. It was still alive at the time, but they weren't like putting content that made any sense or mattered. So TikTok became a thing. I didn't get into it super heavily at first, but eventually I did, and I was playing different games. Apex was the game that really blew up my TikToks, and eventually that started to pay like $3 to $4 grand a month. I'd never really made crazy money past like that first month of Dauntless, because the 20K quickly fell off. That was not sustainable whatsoever. And so TikTok became my primary source of income, but then they started doing some weird stuff where you weren't getting consistent money. It was too fluctuate. It fluctuated too much, and there was no consistency, as they just kept shifting hands, and the ban for TikTok was being talked about. That was just coming to fruition, all that nonsense. Which I'm not defending TikTok or nothing. I'm just saying like it was a nonsense thing to deal with as a content creator. Then I think during that time I also made a second channel that blew up a little bit and then fell off quickly. Crazy how that goes. And after that, I was doing random games here and there for whatever I felt like. I think Power World was a thing. Remnant 2. Remnant 2 was super good, but the devs inted. They nerfed like 90% of their weapons and didn't buff a lot of stuff that would actually be fun to buff to make the game more fun. And so folks are going, hey man, why make the game less fun? Which is it's a running trend in video games I play, and I despise it so much. I really do. Oddly enough, I watched videos on, I tried to save Dauntless. I made a video called that in the past, but I messaged devs in 2021 explaining what they could do to make the game more fun, and they ignored it, of course. And a lot of things I said in that video could be translated one-to-one to Helldivers 2. I was gonna make a video talking about that, but I realized I can't keep beating this dead horse. Like I don't want to. So I just canceled that last night. Anyway, since those games, since Helldivers 2 came out, that's been my main source of revenue. Easily. It's been the most consistent, even though it's not, like right now it's not like insane because I'm not making videos. I make like 4 or 5 videos a month. It's not smart. I should be making more, but I'm a very emotional content creator. I do things based on how I'm feeling. I don't do things that I should. And that is definitely my downfall at the moment that I don't know how to overcome. It's one of the aspects that I think is doing a massive disservice to me. And again, I just don't understand how to look past it. I don't understand how to just like force myself to do the things I need to. I think that comes down to whenever you're put in a position in which you can't say no in a sense. Like if you have a family, if you have, I guess, pets, things that rely on you. In my case, I don't have that. So. Like I have family. I have like my mom, my dad, my brother, his nieces and nephews. I've got those, but nothing like immediately right here where if I wasn't doing well, they would like suffer. And it's weird too because I almost died in like 2025, and I was really hoping that would change me. I think it hasn't done that yet. I'm still waiting for that buff. Okay, the pain I went through, I better be getting some kind of an improvement going on here. You guys are blocking my dishwasher, low key. I tried to buy more of these bowls. Damn it. Gotta move you. Sorry. I tried to buy more of these bowls. They don't have them, I don't think. I think I got them off Amazon per chance, but I'm not for certain on that. Move that, move this. Now it is time to crack some eggs. If not gaming, what do you want your channel to be about mostly? Con, thanks for the 5, brother. If not gaming, I don't know. When I first did content creation, my goal was to be a fitness YouTuber, but I've realized that I don't think I could do that. I don't think I have what it takes to do that either, because that also requires consistency. Like, I'm just not a very consistent content creator in terms of making content. Like putting out videos, I have spurts where I feel very interested in doing certain things, and you'll see like 5 videos in a short time frame, depending on what they are. If they're tier lists, it takes forever. If they're not, it's pretty fast normally. But that was the idea when I first did content back in 2020. And if you want to call it content at the time, I was just posting pics on Instagram. It was corny stuff. But at this very moment in time, I don't know, I kind of like doing these. I like doing these cooking streams occasionally. I still like playing video games. It just depends on the video game I'm playing. Like, I don't think I'm the kind of person that wants to sit there and just play every new game. It'd be easier to do that if I had like a friend group to do it with. That makes it more engaging. Because, like everyone knows at this point, playing games is more fun with friends. 9 times out of 10. Especially if the friends you're playing with are fun to play with. Okay. Start this. It's gonna be at medium. If it's loud, I'm sorry. I have everything I need. I'm getting delirious, losing track of time. You can't really see what's going on. Move it over here. Zoom down. Zoom in. Okay. So bad you got me into Dauntless and it dies a month later. Dude. Really? It was, you started playing at that moment in time? That's not my fault. At no point did I say, damn, this new update's peak. In fact, I said the new update kind of sucked. And I got pushback for that. Folks are telling me, Doe, you just don't know the new systems in Dauntless. You just can't adapt. Like, it's like, dog, this game is a cash grab. I'm glad you enjoy the cash grab. And the game died very shortly after. And I think I was in the hospital 2 days after Dauntless died, oddly enough. Like, I'm not sure if I put much emphasis on that, but it is a bit of an interesting coincidence. I'll clean my counters, don't worry. These farm fresh eggs have the softest shells. I need to figure out what my parents can feed their chickens to have A, harder shells, B, brighter yolks. Because having like a more orangey yolk is cooler than a yellow yolk. Also, I bought like 97% isopropyl alcohol. I mixed that with water. Is that okay for counter disinfectant, or am I doing something wrong? Because people use vinegar. I'm not sure if vinegar is that good at cleaning stuff. I don't know. Just not sure. Thoughts on nonstick? Nonstick is the devil. Oddly enough, the reason why I got into getting stainless steel in the first place, I think initially I went from nonstick, which I was cooking green beans and I forgot about them. Burnt the absolute dog water out of those things. It looked like a nuclear bomb went off and eviscerated the green beans to the point in which their shadow was baked into the actual pot. Like it was indentations in the pot. And I realized that's not good. Like I'm not really compatible with non-stick pans. So, looked for alternatives. At first I tried not stainless steel. I tried cast iron and it wasn't for me. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not for me, dude. I tried basically everything I could think of. And just the idea of cast iron, I don't love, because when you clean it, you can't get it truly clean. You want to have there be a coat of oil on there that provides its like non-stick properties in a sense. So it's not for me. Then I got stainless steel, and cast iron and stainless steel dunk on non-stick. Non-stick is just not good, dude. I don't like it. I'm not saying it's gonna kill you. It might, but I just hate cooking on it. Plus, it's way cooler cooking on stainless steel. I'm realizing this bowl's kind of small for 7 eggs. And I've been using it for the past few years to do this. Now you could use like a little blender thing here. If you do that, it gets all frothy. It's gross. The same problem actually happens if you're mixing any kind of powder in a drink. If you have those like handheld blenders, it's just not really, it's not ideal unless you like frothy drinks. Also, my wrist action is not there, dude. Like, they get whisked. I think they whisk up decently, but I don't have that freaking, I don't have the Ratatouille whisk 9000 action going. Just not built like that. Why is there a mouse on the scale? The mouse is the, guys. The mouse is the problem. The mouse is the problem. The PC and the computer and all the other trash, that's no big deal. We draw the line at the mouse on the scale. That's the issue. Gotcha. Understood. I'm gonna go get some butter. Butter required. Over. Did I take fish oil today? I think I did. I forget. I'm buying some extra strength fish oil. On that note, do me a favor and be very cautious of buying extra strength vitamins and just supplements. Because I think that folks are buying extra strength vitamin D, and that's not ideal in most cases. Unless your doctor told you to, go crazy. If they didn't, just don't take 20,000 IUs. That's, in most cases, going to hurt you. Just so we're clear. All right, I think that those are a bit unregulated. They're a bit unregulated in the sense that people don't know how harmful those doses can be. And they actually they don't even know when it's going to hurt them in the first place. Just so you know. Do you ever have boy dinners? Like boy kibble type stuff? I think my goulash is basically like that. But yeah, I think so. If you're talking like just ground beef and potatoes, basically, I do that when I have to. I actually did that recently. By choice. My dad made brisket. I didn't want to have brisket because it's a bit fattier than like regular ground beef. So I took a pound of ground beef, put it on the stove, and cooked it like a block. I flipped it. I flipped a block of ground beef. And once it was done, I put that on a plate. And I had mashed potatoes, and I ate that just as it was. Just cutting into a massive... It was these. It was one of these. A literal brick of ground beef. And I flattened it a little bit so it wasn't so thick, because cooking that on the stove is kind of ignorant. Which, speaking of, I need to defrost my ground beef. Okay. All right, recently I've been cooking eggs wrong on this thing. I'm not sure what I did wrong. I'm not sure what I'm doing incorrectly. Like they don't stick much, but they don't get the consistency that I like. I think my pan's not hot enough. I blame the cooker itself. Couldn't you just eat foods with vitamin D? I'm not sure what foods even have vitamin D. I feel like vitamin D is a sun thing. But yeah, vitamin D is from the sun, and I don't go outside as much as I should. But like there's certain things, like let's say fish oil, for instance. Some folks don't like fish. They'll supplement that. I'm not sure what the risks are of having too much fish oil, but I was on Amazon. There's a supplement that gives you 4,000 EPA and DHA per dose. It's like, dog, what? And maybe some folks need that, but I also saw that 10,000 people bought it this month from Amazon. And I don't know if that's, I think that's a little excessive. I don't think that they need that unless they're going and eating like smaller doses somehow. Doses. Like, I don't know. I'm a little worried though. Like, I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, but the general population is a little clueless. That includes us, especially me. And it's very easy for folks to get tricked into buying things they don't need. Oh, I have extra cameras now. I need to figure out how to mount or put them somewhere over here so I can just have a toggle between view. But I'm also worried that I'm gonna get a bunch of freaking butter on my $400 camera, or gimbal, if you will. Must scoot you in closer. Zooming in, burning eggs. Oh, wrong thing. I can't move it in closer. Oh, that's good. That's good. Get the spatula. Oh, this is good. This is a good temperature. Now, I don't use too much butter. I'm pretty sure. That scale could be lying to me, but I'm fairly certain I'm using like maybe 60, 70 calories in butter, which isn't shabby. It's not nothing, but it's not like crazy or nothing. And honestly, too much butter is gross. It just tastes weird in certain food. Like, I feel like as I get older, certain things that I used to maybe like as a kid, I just do not like now. Taters are done. Oi, bruvs. Where's my thingy at? Found it. 1 second. I gotta flip these soon, I think. I use a bigger pan to make these eggs because I'm using a 10.5 inch stainless steel pan, hashtag a code Odo 10 at Heritage Steel. But for 7 eggs, you're not maxing it out, you're getting close though. The issue though is I can't use the bigger pan because what I'm using to cook it with, like the stove tops I have, are not good at consistent heat. So I'm working with what I got. I'm assessing the situation. Oh, I did stick a little bit. Boo. I messed up. I'm doing what I can, Captain. I'm doing what I can. Ejecting the taters. Burning the eggs. He's nuts. Somebody sign him. Like, imagine a camera like right here. Boom. Might be primo. Get off the side of my pan right now. You hush. Silence, demon. The stove is actually the bane of my existence, though. Oven stove. I'm not sure what it's called. One of those things. In a perfect world, dude, I'd have an island, and my stove would be in the island itself, so you could have like stuff on the other side and be chilling. But that's like a dream house situation. Because I think doing that here would be a little excessive. I'm not cleaning the pan too much with a spatula. I just feel like it's sticking a little bit more than I like. All right, these eggs are not overcooked. No one say that. If you're saying that, you're weird. You like slimy eggs. You're weird for that. Me, I'm normal. Boom. Egg transfer. Boom. Now, it's stuck a little bit more than I'm used to, but that's as much as stuck, which isn't bad. Let's go ahead and clean the pan, shall we? Rotation. Turn that off. Peeping the situation. Meow. Zooming out. Rotate. Downward. Pan cleaning. Alright, what time is it? I'm assuming it's like 10:30, maybe 10:40 Texas time. Cholesterol moment? It'll be fine. It is kind of weird how some people, like my mom and my dad, or my mom has like a weird thing with cholesterol. She has too much good cholesterol, and she still has too much bad cholesterol as well. But I swear she's a snacker. I swear she is, bro. So I'm not sure what the hell she's snacking on, but I'm pretty sure my stuff's good. I'm debating on getting blood work done. We're going to take it away from the sink. Like, looking at that too much is gross. See, look, like 2 seconds, it's already clean. Ta-da! Wait. Ta-da! I'm a fan of the pan. Big fan. A weight loss hack is to find salsa that's like, well, I think most salsa are low calorie. Crotch cam, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Sorry. I need to figure it out, dude. I think I'll never not have that happen at least once on accident. Because how can you, I can't sit there and maneuver the camera perfectly. I'm a human. I'm a doe. Just a young Douglas. My name is not Douglas, by the way. Or Doug. It's Hunter. The irony of watching someone wash dishes while a sink full of dishes is staring me down. Yep. You gotta clean as you go, man. It makes life 10 times easier. Like in my case, my dishes get stacked up if I try and set a dish in the sink and put water in it, which helps later on to like help get rid of the stuff inside of it. It just loosens things up. But there's times where it just gets too much going on, and I just don't like that. It's one of those things where too much clutter, it sticks in your mind whether you think about it or not. And for me, I've got way too much clutter around the house. It's actually a big problem. Like my table right now, it's not good. I've got all kinds of nonsense on there. Ooh, speaking of things, let me go ahead and plug stuff right quick. So I'm debating on doing a sale here. So here's the deal. What is this? Okay, we can do that. So I'm debating, because I bought these coins a long time ago. They're little challenge coins. They're not crazy good. Like, they're not bad or nothing. They got some weight to them. But I'm debating on doing a deal where you get these Wilbur and Billy Bob patches, and you get the coin for like, I'm thinking $18. That's the idea right now. Because the patches, and by the way, this money goes to my brother, not me, just so we're clear. The coins, I'll go ahead and take a loss. Because in a perfect world, I'd love to sell merch. A, to make money off it in like the future. But B, I want to make cool stuff. Those coins aren't very cool. Like they're cool-ish, but I want to do cooler stuff in the future. So I feel like we go ahead and bundle those with, actually not 18, probably like 15. I think 15 for all three. That's the concept. But it'd be wicked to be able to sit there and just brainstorm sick designs. But do you guys know how difficult it is to make designs that folks want to buy? It's unreal. Now, in my situation, once my brother starts doing shirts and whatnot, he can make cool shirts, and we'll probably just have me wear them before he goes and like buys a bunch of extra stuff. And if folks want to get some, we'll then look into it. Because he sells hats. I'm not a hat guy. I think that you guys have never seen me wear a hat until recently. I do that because he sells hats. So I feel like I kind of have to. Otherwise, I'm not really being a good brother. Oh, I never showed you my taters. Like the whole point of the thing. Peep the technology. Boom. Even these are like smaller. They look like they're crunchy on the outside, and they are, but not by a crazy amount. They turned out pretty good. I'm telling you, that tech is godlike. All right. Doing the hot dog technique. This is a separate tech. You grab parchment paper, you fold, oh my God, crotch cam again. I can see the camera being pointed down to the jondal area. This is not that kind of content, dude. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not, you did not consent to this. I apologize. Anyway, peep the calories on the salsa. So there are 16 servings, 5 calories a serving, and the best part is there's no cilantro. No cilantro in this dojo, son, in my domicile. In my domicile, you know what I'm saying? I got the gene. Freaking cilantro tastes like dish soap. And almost every salsa in the universe has cilantro. It's ridiculous. It's unfortunate. Just got spat on by salsa. Now, on this sauce in particular, I do not like the packaging. Aside from that, it's delicious. It's a bit soupy though, just so everyone knows. They sell this at H-E-B. Julio's. Second. They salsa'd my shirt. Now the question is, does your salsa make the pretty girls dance? We got against cilantro. I just told you. With cilantro, I have the gene where I can't, it tastes like soap. All right, here's a strat. You pour the salsa on. A little too much, actually. That's like 40 calories. Who cares? Chillin'. I don't add salt to my eggs. You don't need salt in your eggs. I cook it in like salted butter. It's good enough. But peep the bite, and you might. This mic's close. This mic is way too close for comfort. It's good though. I'm telling you, man. There's a magnet, it's gonna make a snapping noise. I freaking look forward to eggs every day. And normally I'll do 7 eggs, a bigger potato. I do 7 eggs and about 650 grams potatoes. Depends on how big the potatoes are. And also a bowl of probably about 400, or I'd say 300 grams of broccoli. That'd be my midday meal, if you will, or my first actual meal of the day. But in this case, I don't want to have that much broccoli at night. Be a little excessive. And I'm trying to lose weight, so I'm not having as many potatoes. But yeah, that's the meal. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate your time. We are not a mukbang channel, not yet. Not yet. I have not been converted. I'm weirded out by the idea of eating food in front of people. So, especially with like if the mic is next to me and you hear, oh my god, you hear the bottom. Ugh. Maybe I'll get over it one day, maybe, but for now, no. Yeah, see, you're a freak, bro. I'm getting my mouse and I'm getting out of here. I do appreciate all this time though. Thank you very much. It means a ton. Have a good night. Have a good night, y'all. Eat the entire thing. Do it for me. What? Die? What? Least base chud dinner. What? Okay, what does chud mean? I googled it, and Google said, I think something about politics. It said that you're ugly. It said a lot of stuff, but I'm not sure what people are trying to refer to me as. It means like neckbeard. Are we sure? I feel like Google, maybe it's just that recently, oh my god, sorry about that. I feel like AI is trying to recategorize stuff, and they're getting definitions wrong. Like, that's probably a thing happening too. How many eggs do you recommend for normal people? I'm normal. Okay, probably like 3 or 4. Realistically, I think 6 is, you can work up to 6, depending on your caloric intake and whatnot. Definitely calculate that. Speaking of which, this is not sponsored by the way, but look into getting an app called Chronometer. It's free, and you can track your calories very easily. You just legit, when you're in the app, I'm like, oh, hey, I want to go ahead and do anything. I'm going to go ahead and add something. Add food. You can type it in and all, and they have like a crazy thing. You can barcode scan it. It's like instant. Or you can also save things in favorites. Like in this case, eggs. So I know that this amount of eggs is roughly 300, it's like 320 to 360 grams. We'll do 360 grams on the high, well, that's not how math works. 360 grams on the high end. Hello, can you see it? Boom. Add the diary. That's 504 calories. You can see it now. But you just do that, and you track everything you eat. And you don't do it every day. You don't track your food every day, but you track to know what you're consuming. Because if you know, that's the first step. The first step is just being aware of what you're doing. People don't do that, and people are so bad at tracking too. You hear all the time, I can't lose weight, guys. I'm eating 800 calories. These people are built freaking Ford tough, talking about eating 800 calories, they can't lose weight. You eating like 4,000 calories, and you're that's your maintenance. It's not good. It's not ideal. But if you're there, you can still lose weight. But I'm telling you, man, all you gotta do is just be aware. Take a step back and recognize that maybe you're doing something wrong. Because some folks are under the influence that they are somehow avoiding the laws of thermodynamics. Oh, see, when other folks eat less, they lose weight. But me, no. I'm different. I'm built differently. No, you're not. You're the same as everyone else. Now, the rules, they apply to everyone, but the game is like, okay, so the rules apply to everyone, but the way you play the game is slightly different in a sense. Because some people have it harder, sure, but not to the point in which they can't do it. That's the thing I'm trying to get at here. The best food is free food. How many calories for cutting and losing weight? It depends on you. That's how stuff goes. That's the unfortunate part, is like to try and lose weight, to try and figure out your calories for cutting, you have to figure out your own maintenance. You can go to TDEE, total daily expenditure, I forget, it's just basically TDEEcalculator.com. Type in your weight, guess your activity, and see what it says. And then you basically want to consume that for a bit and see if you lose or gain weight. And if you don't gain or lose weight, that's your maintenance. If you do gain, then you're eating above your maintenance. Or you're eating above your maintenance in a sense. But you basically have to figure out for yourself. You have to figure it out for yourself in that manner. And the really hard part is going past that, maintaining your eating habits. That is the most challenging aspect. Because you can figure out your maintenance, you can figure out what you like to eat and whatnot, but if you just can't stick to it, good luck. Now, for most people that are overweight by a large margin, you'll lose a bunch of weight by just cutting out sodas, cutting out chips. Brother, chips are the devil. I should know. I bought some yesterday or day before. I can't read chat from over here. Now. Boom. Ooh, it's actually a chill angle. I'm going to peep the volume levels. If this is weird, I'm out. Oh, you can't hear it. Let's go. You can't without soda? Get zero sugar. Matter of fact, they sell zero sugar. Zero sugar, zero caffeine, Coke Zero. Get those. Like soda especially, drinking your calories, if you're trying to lose weight, makes no sense. 9 times out of 10. Because you expend more calories chewing food, you'll get more nutrient dense, you'll have a more nutrient dense meal in most cases by eating your food as well. Like drinking your calories is just a net negative, if you can help it. Yeah, zero sugar means like sucralose, aspartame. Those are fine though. All the research they've done on those, which is a lot, very extensive, have found that to have any adverse side effects, you have to be consuming an absolute grip of them. That does not mean that if you consume those, you won't have a bloated stomach and whatnot. So if that happens, be aware of what's in it and try and deduce what it could be. That applies to more than just sodas too, by the way. Like certain protein foods and whatnot, they use ingredients that you might be sensitive to. Figure it out. Like just do an elimination diet in a sense to figure out what is making you feel bad. Because a diet soda, a zero sugar soda may not be for you. Never know. Is it yummers? Hell yeah. I freaking love this meal, man. I swear I'm watching the mic levels because I do not want to have my bodily sounds getting picked up. if I can help it. Taste of any zero soda has awful aftertaste for me. That'll happen. I would recommend this, but you might have the same issue. Because these don't taste delicious. They don't taste bad. But I like these for my morning creatine. I do unflavored creatine, which is cheaper. I do 15 grams. And I can drink that by itself. I don't want to, though. I really don't want to do that. Hello? Fix mic? What's wrong with the mic? Fix mic. What's wrong with it? Oh, to hear me eat? You're a freak, bro. Absolute freak. Pay him 50 bucks. I like how, dude, how is 50 bucks a staple? Glazed donuts next. Folks have been asking me to make certain baked goods. I'm interested in doing Rice Krispies because I tried it in the past and it failed spectacularly. It failed so horribly. Increase the volume of the mukbang? No. We're doing baby steps. Waffle West, I think putting Thunderstrike D was too harsh. For me, it'd be A for solo. Oh, D is too harsh, but we'll put it A. We'll put it A. A is ridiculous. It's a 110-second cooldown, I think. It's insanity. No, see, Thunderstrike, it's probably maybe C. To be, see, I don't think I'm being harsh. It doesn't give you as much value as you'd expect. For that long of a cooldown, for it being the final spell in the whole thing, and it's a 110-second cooldown, it just isn't doing anything that crazy. It's cool, but so is finger guns. Finger guns are cool and they're F tier. Genuinely. Like, those are terrible. Baking glazed donuts would be nuts. I could try it, maybe. Donuts seem difficult. It's like, donuts are fried. That seems challenging. Get some biscuit dough and fry it in a donut shape, then cover in cinnamon sugar. Holy fat feller activities. Jesus Christ, what is biscuit dough? Never mind, I get it now. It's just what you make. It's what you make biscuits with. For some reason, I hear biscuit dough and I assumed it's like a different version of a donut dough. I don't know why. Donuts are a pain, but they're worth it. See, I feel like I haven't had good donuts in a very, very long time, and I don't know if it's going to ever happen again. I feel as though barbecue stream? No. I don't have a barbecue pit. I don't. Hello? Voice changer. I don't have a barbecue pit. I will say off stream, I mow this so much faster. I'm being rather gentle with my bites. You know, folks say that you're not supposed to lick your plate when you're done. I won't do it at a restaurant, but when I'm at home, there's no rules. I do what I want. Did it once as a kid. My dad looked at me in the eyes and said, "We're never doing this again." Oh, making donuts? I haven't baked too many things in my adult life, or even as a kid, really. I baked brownies, I baked muffins, but those are all pre-made. I have very little experience with baking things from scratch. In fact, I have such little experience with certain things that I messed up Rice Krispies beyond anyone's imagination. Like, I absolutely desecrated the good name of the young Rice Krispie. Mac and cheese stream? Kind of like a mix of baked and creamy. Like mac and cheese only? I feel like that's degenerate. Because mac and cheese by itself, like mac and cheese is cool. I never really fiend for it though. I'm more of like a spaghetti kind of guy. How are you when it comes to making mac and cheese? What's with you guys mac and cheese? Why are we on mac and cheese right now? I don't ever make mac and cheese. It's not hard. Like to make mac and cheese from the box, you boil the noodles, you strain the noodles, you add some butter, you add some milk, you add the definitely not cheese powder. That's not hard. With fried chicken, listen, I'm not really a chicken enthusiast. We could do homemade hamburger helper at some point in time. I won't promise a date for this stuff because, like I said at the start of the stream, I'm a very intermittent content creator. Some days I have passion, some days I don't, and recently it's been a lot of days with no passion. I do barbecue my CPU after booting up Helldivers 2. That's why folks have a hard locking issue. They're setting their CPU to barbecue. Interesting. Maybe I set mine to that on accident too. You're not making anything unique, just eggs. Cooking streamer is not for you. I think you don't understand the ways in which content creation can work. Folks will watch you do the exact same thing for years. Years, bro. Years. Like in this case, if I were to just simply bring up new things to talk about while making eggs every day, I could probably grow the stream just cooking eggs every day. We got 60 folks here, brother. This is how it goes. You'd be shocked at how content creation can vary. There's no like set path to how it works. Kind of the cool thing. Apparently playing a Riot game gives you similar results. What, the CPU stuff? Hopefully not. I'm actually interested in Riot's new MMO that I'm not sure when they plan to release at any point, but interested nonetheless. Steak stream. What if, I think we just do Rice Krispies. We keep it really simple. Rice Krispies, possibly protein version, but I don't really have protein powder. If I bought it, I probably wouldn't use it, so it'd be wasteful. I'll have to ponder that. What up, Pips? That was loud. How goes the stuff, brother? I've been seeing you on the Arc Raiders for a bit. Oh wait, have you played Road Core? You know about that guy that practiced making Japanese omelets for like an entire year or more? No, but Japanese omelets, from what I've seen, are slimy. And when I say that, I'm talking the egg is still kind of runny in a sense, and that's like the whole goal. It's like the whole purpose of making a Japanese omelet. You get it all nice and set, you have it cocooned, and you slice it open on top of your other food, and its contents just slide out. They slime out, if you will. I like eggs that aren't hard. I don't want to have hard eggs, but I don't want them to be moist. Like just very little moisture is the goal. Not hard, not crispy, not burnt, but just very little moisture. Whereas a lot of people enjoy the opposite. That's how I do scrambled eggs. Getting cocky. Normally you get like 1K. Well, listen. No. I think you misunderstand. Cocky would be me going, all right, guys, let's go ahead and start the stream. I'm expecting 1,000, 2,000 viewers for the cooking stream. And in fact, you're more worried about my viewers than I am. Just so we're clear, okay? You cannot attribute cockiness to me in this aspect. That's not how that works. I started streaming to make eggs. I made eggs. We're having a good time. It's as simple as that. Helldivers Dead's mentality. We cook for nobody. It's cooking. We cook for nobody is cooking for myself. Well, in this case, yeah. The goal is I make food for myself because I'm making it anyway. And I can stream if folks want to watch, I can. That's kind of the whole premise here. Because I'm not of the delusion that cooking streams will be the next big thing for me. If so, it'd be cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just doing this because I wanted to. There's no deeper meaning than that. Just so we're clear. They like their egg goop. Yeah. I'm not an egg goop enthusiast in the slightest. Get a silver spoon. It's a fork, and this is definitely not silver. It's from One Ida. Trademarked. And plus, in this case, I'm just waiting for stuff to do in games. Like, start of the stream, I was talking about how I am a very intermittent content creator. I'm emotionally invested in certain things, so I wait for the feeling that, dang, I want to do this. I want to have fun doing this. It's not wise. It's not really beneficial. It's not necessarily the most lucrative way to go about things. It's just how I do stuff. So in this case, I streamed today, cooking stream, because I wanted to. Making eggs anyway. And I was like lazy throughout the rest of the day, so I figured I should do something that I know I want to do, but I'll find ways to not do it. So I just clicked go live. And it solved that problem right then and there. I haven't played Road Core. I'm on a 3-day fast, and seeing you eat that is too good. Holy shnikey, screw that. Screw that. First of all, why would you click the stream that says eggs and tater tech? New tater tech if you're fasting. Brother. Mistakes. This is pretty good though, just so you're aware. This is actually very good. See, man, I have to be very aware because I have like little self-control. Like going to a grocery store, I can't go to a grocery store and look at the chip aisle, for instance, or get Rice Krispies, or get ice cream. Any of those three things, or baked goods, if I bring them home, it's just gonna get deleted. I'll alter for all that food for no reason. I watch your cooking streams and I wanted to see you eat it. It makes me feel good. All right, Khan, you're not the weirdest guy here. That's now Pips. Pips, if it makes you feel any better, Khan was asking me to crank the mic so he could hear me eat food. That was his intention. That was his aspirations for tonight. Bathtub moonshine stream. Ah, interesting. Interesting. The true, the true desires come out now. How do you do your bacon? With bacon, I'm pretty sure you're better off baking it, oddly enough, but it's difficult to get that to make sense. Because bacon on the stove, grease gets everywhere. Bacon in the stove, grease gets everywhere. But I've seen folks do it, and they cover it, and it comes out crazy good. I've never been able to do it myself. I can never replicate it. But in my case, I don't really do bacon. The stuff I get recently is kind of expensive. It's called Belinsky sausage. I think it's like 80 calories, 12 grams of protein, which is pretty good. And it's just Italian sausage. Pretty high in sodium, but like, who cares? I don't care, personally. So if I'm doing like a bacon-esque thing, I'll do that. I tried turkey bacon and I like it. I don't love it. But I think I also don't know how to cook it properly. Plus, I don't know how to cook bacon, dude. I was cooking bacon at my dad's house, and I absolutely burnt the dog water out of it. Bad. Oh, ASMR food smashing? Yeah, I can't. I'm not really into that, dude. Like, maybe I'll change. I'll realize how lucrative it is in the future. But for right now, I can't do it. Like, I wouldn't say I'm not appalled by the folks that do that. I just don't know if I'm built for it. You know what I mean? Doe, it's time to graduate from the school of newbie gains. Harambe, you and your trend peddling is unprecedented. It's consistent though, I'll give you that much. Like, you've been saying that for what? The past 2 years? Pay 150 to hear Ghost, what the hell? 150 for ASMR. I'm not hoeing myself out over eggs. Do it and whisper into the mic, this meat is tender. I'll whisper that my lobster is juicy and my butter is buttery. I'll put a pic of yourself and get AI to make a more broad version of yourself, and that's you on trend. I don't think that's true. I think that you're trying to lie to folks with AI? You're gonna get folks they're gonna ruin their lives, dang near. Because they're gonna inject, this is gonna happen. You'll get folks to take trend, they'll do it, so then they'll reach a higher level of existence they didn't know was possible when it comes to lifting weights and being stronger. Now, they're gonna have the crushing reality hit them once they don't get to the peak they were looking for, but they realize they can't stop taking trend because then they won't be looking the way they used to, or they won't be looking as good as they could. You're losing no matter what. You're better off staying natty, unless you consider creatine not natty. Some folks do, it's weird. You're way better off staying natty. It's cheaper. You're not sticking needles in your ass. That's not happening. I don't know, it's just, life is way more simple. Plus, if you want to do trend or any of those anabolics and whatnot, you have to be beyond consistent. You have to want it. I don't want it like that. Like, I lift consistently. I don't miss the gym much at all. But I don't get good sleep. I don't eat as good as I could necessarily. So, nah. Pass. Hard pass. If me and Doe ever manage to stream together, bathtub cooking ASMR stream confirmed. Full neck. Okay, the full naked part. I was with you until the full naked part. That had to be a kick only stream, brother. We couldn't even do it on YouTube. At that point, we're just doing it to do it. We'd have 4 viewers combined on Kick. Actually, maybe more than that. We would lose all dignity for nothing. Pips, we don't got it like some of these bathtub streamers got it. We're not built like that, unfortunately. Because in our case, once they see the full package, there's nothing left to the imagination. But for other folks, they somehow imagine that the people that they see are just hiding more. We don't have that more to hide. I'll pay to watch that? You a freak. You a freak, son. Built diff. For nothing, Khan would be happy. That's something. That is not something. That is honestly, that is somehow worth less than nothing. I don't know how exactly, but it's worth less than nothing. Knowing that Khan, the guy that wants me to sit there and crank my mic so he can hear me eat food, would pay to watch me and you lose our dignity, worth nothing. Kick is for clowns. Honk honk. Get in the clown car, Pips. We got places to be. Dark on you, I bought X-ray glasses. Oh my god. That's going to be the next version of meta glasses. Because right now, folks are mad at meta glasses because you can record folks and they have no idea. Especially if you tape over it. It's like a one-way tape or something like that. Next on the list is X-ray glasses. So you can have people just eyeing you down. You have no idea. That's gonna be ridiculous. All right, folks, it's getting late. I gotta actually finish my food. Like I said, when I eat on stream, the food just doesn't get consumed fast. Puts my sleep schedule even worse in the wheelie bin. But thank y'all for being here. Thanks for showing up. Chilling and chatting means a ton. I do not know what the plan is for content going forward. Obviously, Helldivers 2 if there's actual stuff to cover. But yeah. I want to play Rogue Core, but Rogue Core just seems scuffed. Honestly, I'm posting more Far Far West on my second channel. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how it pans out. And yeah, just maybe try new games if they're interesting. I'm just very picky. Anyway, have a good one. Have a good one. Thank y'all very much. Where's my mouse? Alvida saying.